My very last point is the circular situation, where existing ideas can influence research in a way that biases the research towards acting as evidence for that idea. So what do I mean by that? Dave Feldman, who we spoke with earlier, has a good example of what I'm talking about.
One of my problems with cholesterol research is it often lumps soft endpoints with hard endpoints. And this can be a bit of a challenge because our existing opinion on cholesterol can make a difference in how the data is recorded. So to give you an example on the patient side, let's say that you and I have a steak dinner tonight, and then afterwards we both go our separate ways. But each of us that night experiences a 30-minute prolonged chest pain. Now for me, this is the warning I've been hearing about from my doctor this whole time. After all, he's been telling me about my high cholesterol and that I need to do something about it or I'm going to have a heart attack. Sure enough, when I go to the hospital, it does in fact prove true that I did have a non-fatal myocardial infarction. So all of that data then becomes record. You, on the other hand, did also have a myocardial infarction, but the difference is because your cholesterol's been low, you went ahead and took a Tums because you felt like it was heartburn. Went to sleep, and that data never ended up anywhere inside of the hospital record. That's a big deal if both of us are already part of a study. But this also plays into the hands of medical professionals. Because after all, if they would likewise have the same opinion that high LDL is a risk factor, just the same as, say, something like C-reactive protein, then that may be relevant for a judgment call on the margins. Certainly a lot of heart attacks that you survive are not on the margins, and most medical professionals would agree. But some are on the margins, and that's a soft endpoint. I like hard endpoints like mortality because they're pretty easy to diagnose. Everyone knows whether you lived or died. And as such, that data is a lot stronger to look at in the long run.